Welcome back to Taylor by Nature, where I discuss topics pertaining to nature, our true nurturer. Today's topic of discussion is a breakdown of the word serpent in regards to the Garden of Eden and how it has been mischaracterized by way of idealism, which is a philosophical perspective that emphasizes the primacy of mind, consciousness, or ideas in shaping reality, when truly reality should be the bedrock of our understanding of the world in which we exist, because our natural laws have remained consistent. I stated those points and refer that in order for us to truly and fully comprehend the so called Bible, it must be deciphered. Then we also should take into account its biological origin, which is expressed through the Aramaic, or some call the Hebrew language, that creates images of itself by mirroring its function in nature, which has not changed. This means it's substantive because it has a firm basis in reality and therefore important, meaningful, and considerable, versus our current comprehension of the so called Bible, which is idealistic, a characterization of idealism which is unrealistically aiming for perfection. Hence, the symbology of Jesus being without sin and of a virgin birth. I stated all the above to emphasize the importance of interpreting the so called Bible in a biological, natural mindset that demonstrate its full admission of a reality that has nothing to do with idealism. And now let's get back to the serpent, which, if you were paying attention, has many characteristics, which include cunning, subtle, crafty, deception, clever, and resourcefulness, just to name a few. I would also add that names in the Bible are not proper nouns but function as adjectives or verbs. In other words, names in the Bible describe the characteristic of individual or things. As stated above, the Aramaic language in which the scriptures were originally penned functioned by creating images of itself by mirroring functions in nature. In essence, it is a mirroring of our reality. Now that we have gotten all the fundamentals out of the way, let's break down the word serpent and how it should be viewed to fully grasp its relevance. Its prefix, ser, is feminized because it contains the e sound, as in the word isha, which means feminine or feminine sound. The first letter, S, is pronounced as sa or san, which is to be pale and white like the moon. The second letter, E, as stated above, means female. The third letter, R, is pronounced Ra, means to surround, to attack, to destroy, as in the word raptor, or bird of prey, or animal of prey who surround, attack, and eat their victims raw. The suffix is pent, P-E-N-T, which begins with a P and is pronounced as paw, that pertains to the mouth, which functions in the manner of taking something in and expelling that something, which the pretender or vagina does also. Next is E, which I have already stated is feminine. Next is the N sound, which is pronounced na. It means a cup or to hold something like a vessel or the womb of a woman that holds a baby. Lastly, our next is the T sound, which is pronounced as ta. It means activity or the movement of anything, to trample down, as in the word tarura, which the ancient Israelites chanted during their march around Jericho that brought its wall down. Another aspect regarding the serpent is its serpentine like shape that is shared with a sperm. This means both inhabit a series of curves and turn. In essence, the movement of sperm resembles a snake slithering because they both have a elongated body with a whip-like motion. The sperm tail, which is pronounced flagellum, propels it forward, much like a snake body creates forward momentum or forward movement. The sperm also has a head containing genetic material similar to a snake. It is noteworthy to mention that when you look up the definition of serpent, it states the following: a large snake, a sly or treacherous person, especially one who exploit a position of trust in order to destroy it, which exactly what happened in the so-called Garden of Eden, where Adawa'ama, which is pronounced Adam and Eve in English, were attacked by a serpent, which is the action of their guard that was supposed to protect them. They were taken advantage of by way of mimicry and psychology, but nevertheless they were punished because they were warned not to touch or eat of the tree which was in the midst of the garden, because they will die, and they surely did. In closing, the letters that comprise the name serpent simply tell us what has taken place in Eden between a couple and their guard who fornicated with them by way of using mimicry and psychology. Their guard was a transmutator, meaning it had the ability to mimic their appearance and mannerism. Plus, its cunningness is beyond our intelligence, a heightened psychology. As stated above, their language creates images of itself by mirroring functions in nature, which means the serpent also represents sperm from a different male species that they were warned not to touch or eat from. Anglicized as the word tree, simply put, the mixing of unique species, so-called male angels and human females, were forbidden because it would create a different kind of offspring that was destructive, also known as a transmutator or transmutation, which was not a part of creation. As it is written, the offspring of Adam is called the Son of Man, and the serpent action is called the Son of Destruction. I hope this was of interest. I will continue and try to break down more words within the Bible. So as you listen and comprehend, you get a better understanding of how the Aramaic language works. It works the opposite of English. So this is one breakdown I did, and I hope this of interest to you, and please like and share.